Okay, remember 3 weeks ago we talked about a glow up?
Who had a glow up?
Shami.
Shami had a glow up.
Yes.
We were all wondering why.
Yes.
I just seen a video today, and he actually got a hair transplant done, and he did all behind the scenes stuff, 4,500 grafts and everything.
Yeah.
So.
No,
we were on the money there.
Exactly. I know. That's what I was saying. He came in with a hair transplant.
Yeah.
He came in all dashed out. His beard was proper full.
Yeah.
Looking, and he had it faded.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's why I said.
When I seen the fade, I knew.
The fade.
He looked 10 years younger, bro.
He looked younger. He looked
fresh.
He looked fresh.
And I think part of it is because they knew they're gonna win the World Cup.
Yeah. And he just wants
so
to.
He's like, I can't be showing.
You know, my thing with that is, you know, you've had money for a while. As the problem is going, why don't you just get it done before it becomes too prominent?
Yeah.
देरा दुरुस्त करवा लिया उसने.
सही बात है.
He looks good.
He looks good.
He looks fresh.
I think that gave him new confidence, and he's bowling like
he's
bowling like he's him.
Yeah. He's bowling like he is Mohammad Shami with the fade.
Yeah.
And with the hair transplant.
Yeah. So I was very impressed by his look, and I think more guys should take that up. Not towards the end of their career.
Who else do you think needs a hair transplant in Team India?
In Team India?
Yeah.
I heard Dhoni got one too.
I'm pretty sure people are getting it left and right.
I was very surprised, but I heard Dhoni got a hair transplant too.
Yeah.
And then, Wahab Riaz did it at the very end of his career. But these guys they're stepping it up.
Yeah.
You know who didn't get one?
Who?
Rana Naveed.
I think he did though. He got
did
blood. He got blood.
Oh.
Okay, so that's weird because Rana Naveed used to have long hair.
Yeah.
And he went to no hair.
And then
he went back
again.
to
Yeah.
Long hair don't care.
Long hair don't care, but now he's got hair. So
you guys, I need to tell you guys something.
What is it?
Me, I think I'm a really good judge of character. And when I see a dog, I know that's a dog. And I think I slept on someone.
Who?
Fakhar Zaman.
You never slept on.
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
You've been wanting him back in the team.
But here's the thing. You know how I know he's a dog? Because he's sitting with Babar Azam, right?
Yeah.
And the Qudrat Ka Nizam happened. But even before the Qudrat Ka Nizam, it was Fakhar Zaman's Nizam was happening. Lapet ke chakke mare usne.
Yeah. Literally lapet ke mare.
Lapete hain bhai usne.
Bro.
Outside off, usne leg pe chakke mare.
Bro, I was so I was watching the game. They hit 400. And you're like, oh, maybe they'll do it, but you're like, nah, that's not happening. Hope against hope. You're like,
यार पहली बात तो ये है बंदा पूछे इनको बिठा के बाबर को सामने यार आप लोग टॉस जीत भी लिए आपको नेट रन रेट चाहिए अच्छा वाला और आप अंपायर को कह रहे हो वी विल बोल फर्स्ट
वो उसको पता था ना कि होना क्या बाद में
क्या मतलब बारिश
was a big factor in
but still like अगर
but it generally helps the team batting first, so which was surprising they did that,
especially if you need a good run rate.
Yeah.
Why would you field first?
Yeah. Well, I think you know what it is. I think he's lost confidence in his bowling, his unit. Like
bowling.
He's lost confidence.
No, but okay, चलो सही है. Bowling में confidence lose कर भी लिया. आपने पहली bowling करा भी लिया. आपको फिर भी 400 तो पड़ा ही है.
हाँ.
All I'm saying is यार अगर आपने जीतना है net run rate से, आप पहले batting क्यों नहीं कर रहे? Like that's something it's freaked the hell out of me. I'm like what?
लेकिन एक बात तेरी clear होगी. Mindset. अब मैं डॉग वाली जो बात कर रहा हूँ, राइट?
तू कह रहा माइंडसेट वापस आ गया?
नहीं माइंडसेट एक बंदे का था, एक बंदे का नहीं था. अब ठीक है, अब बाबर और वो साथ बैठे हुए हैं, वो इंटरव्यू हो रहा है, तो बाबर कहता है कि शायद हम 400 भी चेज कर ही लेते. वो कहता है भाई शायद शुरू में कोई चक्कर नहीं है, हम कर ही लेते 400 चेज. 200 पे एक आउट था, हमने 400 चेज करने का.
डॉग इन हिम.
See, that's the dog in him, bro. Because he was like, you know what?
That's what I'm saying. If all 11 of Pakistan have it, all 11, then there's no way Pakistan is losing to Afghanistan by 8 wickets, or there's no way Pakistan losing to Australia or South Africa close games.
क्योंकि 400 जब हो गया तो मैंने तो कहा जी बस. Babar played an anchoring role in there too.
He did.
You got to give him that.
They were batting really smart.
Yeah. They were batting really smart. And it's really funny क्योंकि 2-3 इंटरव्यू मैंने देखे उसमें बाबर के, like there's an old one and a new one.
Yeah.
तो पहले भी उसमें ये कह रहा है कि उसको कहता है कि फ़खर मुझे आगे कहता है कि मैंने छिक्के मारने से जो तेरे जोन में आ रही है उसको मार ले. तो कहता है एक छिक्का मार के फिर मेरे पास वापस आ जाए. तो मैं कहूँ कि तो वो भी मार रहा है जो नहीं मारने वाली कहते थोड़ी देर 2-3 उसने और मारे, मैं कहा तू कर जो कर रहा है, and the same thing happened this one around, right?
Or even if you said it in the beginning कि जो करना है तूने कर, won't be an issue.
यार बात यही है कि that's what we've all been talking about. जा रहे हो, go with the bang. You know, mean business like
regardless if you qualify or not.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Because what we're talking about कि वो जो mentality mindset, right? अगर सारे 11 के 11 बंदों में वो mindset हो ना, तो कैप्टन की भी इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं होती कि भाई कैप्टन आपको आके बोल रहा है. जब आपका mindset ही ये हो कि यार मैंने आके ख़त्म 400 चेज़ कर रहे हैं, चलो 400 भी पिछली गेम में भी कि भाई यार ऑस्ट्रेलिया को आउट करना है, साउथ अफ्रीका को क्या कहते हैं रन रोकने हैं, इनको जीतने नहीं देना, मतलब इनको चेज नहीं करने देना. अगर आपके पास माइंडसेट 11 के 11 में वही है ना, तो आप फील्ड में भी देखोगे कि सारे उछल के आ रहे हैं.
हाँ.
और आप बॉलिंग फिर बॉलर्स को भी अपने आप ही सेट हो जाएंगे, और क्या कहते हैं किसी को इतनी ज़्यादा इंडिपेंडेंट वो खेलेंगे, डिपेंडेंसी नहीं होगी कैप्टन पे, और सारे डॉग मेंटालिटी के साथ आएंगे, और एंड देन यू कैन कवर. That's what changes the whole entire approach टीम की पूरी, कि भाई यार अभी जीतना भी है. माइंडसेट
देखो वर्ल्ड कप विनर तो पहले ही अनाउंस हो चुका है. we already know that. ठीक है. But even after knowing that they won, they're still playing with that same dog in them, bro. What happened to your chokers, bro? Let's talk about that.
We know they can't chase. That's been
मेरे भाई मेरी बात सुन, अभी हमने ये आधे घंटे ये बात की है. You can't chase, I get it. लेकिन चेज कोई 50 रन से रह जाए, चेज तो चेज होता है भाईजान. ये आपके bro, this is like your top run scorer going out.
But the bowling जादूगर बैठे हैं दूसरी तरफ.
लेकिन यार वो भी इंसान ही है यार, वो
यार मेरी बात अब मैंने what's been really bothering me, I've been just analyzing the matches, and I'm not able to make sense of it. I'm not taking anything away from India. They are Dream 11 is on their shirts. They are Dream 11 right now. Jinnu marzi andar le aao, that's Dream 11. ठीक है. We have Dream 11 and Dosti 11, right? We have Dosti 11. They have Dream 11. Makes sense. I got you.
What's gonna win, your dreams or your Dosti?
See, that's debatable. ठीक है. अब देखो वो आए, उन्होंने bowling की है. No doubt, it's a top bowling attack. No doubt. No doubt, it's an aggressive field. ठीक है. They were there to win that match. It showed. But what I'm saying is, bro, how? You're not even crossing 100. You're not even crossing 150.
Yes.
What is happening? What is happening?
It's crazy to me that you have such lopsided games at that level. So debatably, these are top two teams, right?
Yeah.
You have the top two standings playing each other, and
Mm.
you're telling me the difference is almost 300 runs.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you can't tell me, like there's something else going on. You can't tell me that the difference between the number 1 team and number 2 team
is that
huge.
That's the only point I'm making. It looks like वो प्रीमियर लीग में खेल रहे हैं, बाकी डिव 2 में खेल रहे हैं.
Yeah, pretty much.
और वो प्रीमियर लीग की टीम आके like is just taking you to the cleaners, bro. That's what it looks like. What I'm saying is, what's not making sense to me is, yes, in World Cups in the past, हमने देखा है कि जी there is a dominant team, there's clear favorites, there's all of that. You've seen it. But you've never seen matches this lopsided before in a World Cup. I have never. If I'm forgetting something, you let me know. You see them.
No World Cup has been this kind of like, you can say in a sense कि भी जब इंडिया खेलती है, it's like you pretty much know when one team is playing कि भी यार जीतना इसी नहीं है, या वो जब वो गेम खत्म हो तो लगे कि भी यार हुआ क्या यार, खेलने आए भी थे दूसरी टीम.
It's a waste of everybody's time.
Exactly.
Other than Kohli getting his 49th 100, like nothing in the game was exciting.
It's like वाकई में जो चक दे इंडिया वाली, it's like चक दे इंडिया, cricket. India's it's a movie for team India, the cricket, the perfect, you know what I mean, everything is perfect. They are fairy tale exactly, कि भाई हर एक टीम को वो आराम से हरा रहे हैं, फाइनल में पहुंच रहे हैं, सेमीफाइनल उनका होना है साउथ नंबर 4 टीम स्क्वाड के साथ, उनको उन्होंने हराना है, पहुंचना है फाइनल में, they win it and that's all she wrote.
यार बात वही थी, बात 100%. It's a true Bollywood movie in the making. ठीक है. You're getting this undefeated run. Amazing. I'm with you. You have the best batsman. Agreed. I'm with you. Right? you have the best bowling attack. Agreed, I'm with you. How are you telling me there is a 300 run difference between the talents? Like how are you collapsing, bro?
Yeah, that's.
It's almost like the South Africa team I saw yesterday. It was like they forgot to play cricket.
Yeah, true. And for some reason, yaar, agar note bhi kiya ho, yaar, all these teams that come to play India, I mean, you gotta look at it that way. You know, when take India aside, when all the teams are playing each other, you know, they're like they're going at each other, or they're putting their heart. Like, I mean, South Africa scoring 400 pretty much every game, come against India 85. Australia too, you know, Pakistan as well, New Zealand against India too, pretty much.
I think that's the only close game India's had, New Zealand and India.
Yeah, even that was.
Well, historically, New Zealand bothers India a little bit. They always struggle with them, like the semi-finals and.
Exactly, but all these games are happening. It seems like when teams come to play India, they're intimidated in a sense.
Yeah.
कि उनको intimidation हो रही है. I mean,
well, bro, look at it. What's going on? Right? Every team going up against them is getting folded.
Yes.
यार बात इतनी सी है, देख बात इतनी सी है कि चल, if a team that is fighting to get into the semis, they have pressure on them, that's understandable.
Yeah.
South Africa had zero pressure on them. Win or lose, it didn't change their odds.
Yeah.
The only thing maybe it changed was, you know, who they play.
Yeah.
You know, that could have changed.
Yeah.
Okay? Apart from that, there is no change. Right? Okay. So why then do you see this collapse that you see?
I can't.
You know, yeah, exactly, collapse. But remember, I kind of knew that if the game is gonna end with one team winning by like whatever, like it's gonna be. I didn't know it was gonna be this bad. It could be 85 runs pe aap all out ho rahe ho against chasing 325. I thought maybe 200 South Africa was gonna fold, and that's pretty much about it. Could be chalo dead rubber type of game hai, you know, could be chalo khatam kar.
You weren't expecting a dominance.
No, I was never, but like this right here with 83, 85 all out. I mean, either India is really good that, you know, there's no other team that can compete with them in such. I'm just talking about the group stage. Come the knockout stage, I think it's going to be a different ball game. Even if India and South Africa meet, I don't think it's going to be this close of an affair.
But again, you saw the Asia Cup final.
Yeah.
That was disappointing.
That was so disappointing.
You know, it's not even like. Okay, maybe all the other teams need to step up their game. Yeah. And, you know, we should give them the World Cup for this year and the next World Cup that's going to happen. That's the dominance level right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah, like they're completely like different level of cricket.
देखो, for example, there is factors. ठीक है. अब आपने New Zealand has a good bowling attack.
Yeah.
ठीक है. The way Fauji went at them.
Yeah.
Right. He went full commando mode on them.
Yeah.
ठीक है. You saw them visibly being disturbed. ठीक है. सार्टनर ने सर पकड़ा हुआ है, ट्रेंट बोल्ट को समझ नहीं आ रही, you know, सऊदी भी कह रहा है कि वो क्या रहा है मेरे साथ, ठीक है. Everybody felt the pressure. Yeah. So you can have an effect on. Yeah. And for New Zealand it was more demoralizing because when they're looking at 400, they're like, we got it in the bag. Right. Pakistan se nahi hona. Yeah. If anything, they're expecting Pakistan to come in and collapse. Yeah. ठीक है. Mindset changed everything. Yeah. ठीक है. वो आए हैं, they attacked them. They're like, holy, you know. Yeah. Even if you look at it, everybody else was clapping. ठीक है, in the dugout. And you seen Rizwan just like sitting there in go mode, like he was clapping, but he was so in the zone. He was like ready कि किसी भी time wicket होगी, अब मैंने जाके like I'm going to finish the game. They were there to win that day. I personally would have loved to see them actually chase it down. That would have been amazing. That would have maybe been the best World Cup game that we had. Period.
Right.
Win or lose. Right. Exactly. What happened जो भी हो गया. लेकिन ये बस
another record chase.
और हो सकता था.
They were halfway through.
Yeah, I think Fakhar Zaman got robbed of his double century. I think that was coming, bro.
बाबर उसकी believe के भी उसकी double century होने वाली.
उसकी 2 हो जाती, बाबर की 100 हो जाता, तो bro, that you're looking at 300 right there. You know. And the rest is all
but I mean, game nahi hui puri. That left with a little bit few questions to that. What could have happened? Probably. I mean, given Pakistan record collapse, could also have been हो सकती थी collapse.
हो सकती थी.
I mean, Pakistan, you know, उनकी पता ही है कि उनकी history क्या है. But what's it called? But getting at least at least जो start आपको जो उसने दिया है फखर ने scoring that 100 at a blistering strike rate, and I think
168 or something like that.
Something like that. That actually put us in a driving seat a little bit. हमें थोड़ी सी driving seat मिल गई है कि now we know that we now just because he did that, I think it will also affect the other players down the middle order कि भाई यार खेलना कैसे है, करना कैसे है, कि अगर चेस करना है तो कैसे करेंगे, स्कोर बनाने हैं तो कैसे बनेंगे, ऐसे ही बनेंगे, नहीं तो वो जो आपकी वो है कि भी 5 runs per over till like 25-30 overs and then try to pick it up after that, वो जो है ना थोड़ी सी outdated हुई है at least for this World Cup.
नहीं वो I agree with you, ठीक है. अब वो इसमें ये कोई वो नहीं था कि आपने 5 run बनाने, 10 run बनाने, pitch देखनी है. No, it was very simple math. The way I was looking at it, you know, 8 runs and over was required. You need to go at 10 runs and over. That's what you had to do. I didn't care how many wickets went down. You keep your run rate at 10 runs and over.
Easy.
That's what you had to do.
Yeah.
10 runs and over in this day and age in these small grounds is nothing, bro.
Bro, India was what? 10 overs what?
Bro, 10 overs 91 or something.
91 is it not? I mean, India is doing it. I mean, Australia was doing it. 10 overs. Every single team is doing it, right? So that's how you gotta go. You gotta put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, but bringing it back to South Africa, I think they need to get rid of the thick boy. The thick boy needs to just sit. Like, bro,
why are you going after him, bro?
Bro, he hasn't done anything.
That's body shaming.
No,
Yeah.
that's
I apologize on his behalf, Babuma, if you're watching. Lose some weight.
He knows he's thick. No, he's not thick in the stomach.
What do you think about
Thick in the brain.
You haven't seen it?
He's thick all in the right places. I get it.
Baijan,
You haven't seen it.
before you do go to Babuma, tell me, 545 runs before getting into this match. What happened to you?
Well, it happens all the time.
Your name is Quinton de Kock. Get to work, bro.
Straight up, not just Quinton de Kock. I mean, Vander doesn't look. These guys look like यार कसम से लग रहे थे.
5, I think 3 top scorers are theirs.
Yeah. इस वो जो नहीं है वो गेम नहीं होती वो जो बोर्ड पे गुब्बारे लगाए होते हैं, बलून्स लगाए होते हैं और एक वो बच्चे को दी होती है गन वो चलने वाली गन और वो एक थूक लगा के यूं. Give me 1 second.
What games have you been playing?
वो लगा के एक गुब्बारा गया, ये बबूमा निकला इधर से, और वो भी क्या कहते हैं, चलो यार अगर आपको क्या कहते हैं इतनी वो जो देजा कोई आउट क्लास स्पिन डाल रहा है कि आपको समझ ही नहीं आ रही, जो अभी इतनी स्पिन भी नहीं, टर्न भी नहीं हो रही इतनी, शुरू की नई बॉल है, यू नो, प्रीटी मच उस पे क्या कहते हैं, आप यही देख लो कि इंडिया ने कैसे बैटिंग की थी उसको, आप वो जो गुड लेंथ वाली बॉल है उसको आप क्या कहते हैं बैकफुट पे जाके खेल रहे हो
यार. आप फखर जमान को देख लो, ठीक है, उसने देख one thing has been consistent. If you're playing spinners in the crease, you're getting out.
Yeah.
You're getting out.
Yeah.
Okay. What did he do? He beat the ball to the pitch. Before it turns on you, you go for it.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't see that from anybody.
Yeah.
And this is South Africa. They got some good spinners on their own. Don't you think they play them in the nets?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, again, I'm not trying to sound like a hater. Okay, I'm taking something away from India, but and I'm not a player.
We just want close games.
Right.
That's all we want.
What I'm saying is, like, this is good bowling attack. It is not that good that right now you're making them like an indestructible giant.
Exactly.
But no one's even been able to put the heat on them to see them crumble under pressure. Nobody's even been able to get close to
I am telling you, bro, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि ये जो है ना टीम्स, this is यार सबके खिलाफ नहीं खेले, और जो स्पिनर्स होते हैं उनको नहीं ठोकते ये लोग, ठोकते हैं पूरी जो बाकी की टीमें वो ठोकती है, लेकिन ये इंडिया के खिलाफ आके आई डोंट नो क्या प्रेशर है, होम फील्ड एडवांटेज है उनका, या उनको इंटिमिडेशन फैक्टर है, कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा चल रहा है कि टीमें आगे ठूस हो जाती हैं.
टीमें डरा
के
रखी हैं.
The funniest thing I saw is वो स्लिप में खड़े में शुभमन गिल एंड विराट कोहली. Did you see that video?
No.
And then the crowd is chanting, हमारी भाभी कैसी हो, सारा भाभी जैसी हो. And then Kohli looks back and he's like, यार क्या कर रहे, चुप कर जाओ इस टाइम पर, मैं फील्डिंग करने दो मुझे यहाँ पे. And then literally crowd listens to they all go quiet. I was like, yo, that's so funny. But
शुभमन गिल की हरकतें चेक करो, बोल्ड हुआ रिव्यू ले रहा है.
Yeah,
बोल्ड हुआ रिव्यू ले रहा है.
Yeah, I never seen that in my life.
Never seen that. He's like, यार चेक कर लेते हैं, हो सकता है DRS जिस तरह चल रहा है आजकल निकल ही आए कोई, बोल्ड भी निकला है यार कुछ.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
वो फुट चेक हो सकता था, नो बॉल हो सकती थी.
DRS
That's a strategic move.
सही बात है, और DRS full favoritism है Indian players के लिए. I can see that there's a lot of times when the ball's hitting, seems like it's hitting, and it's not. It's
what's the one we saw that was out? It was literally, bro, the ball was almost not even pitching in line. It was literally at the edge, like going down leg, bro.
Pretty much. Jadeja was it was Jadeja bowling against I think it was either Van der Dussen or Markram.
Yeah,
one of them.
And bro, literally the ball comes in so much from there.
From almost outside the line of the.
It's not even clipping. It's hitting.
It's hitting.
I'm like, bro.
Like,
bro, there's some questionable shit.
There are questionable DRS.
And of course, like when you sit here.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it, you just basically look like you're just hating.
Yeah.
But even if sometimes, like, even if you are on the Indian side of things, right? Like if you draw parallels, that's all what I'm asking you to do. Draw parallels.
Yeah.
Right? The Haris Rauf delivery that happened.
Yeah.
Ends up being hitting umpire's call.
Yeah.
Clipping.
Yeah.
It's umpire's call.
Yeah.
Not even hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? But the math changes for some reason.
Yeah, and a lot of India ke players bhi, like they're raising this voice against the umpire's call. What do you like? Ho kya raha? Like, do you guys agree with that?
No, I don't agree
call?
with it.
You think it should stick the same way?
Yeah,
it should stay.
Nasir Hussain does a really good analysis on this. He talked about how the DRS system, if it's working well, which we know it hasn't been, but if it's working well, it has a contingency for 2% error. Room for error, left or right, right? So that 2%, if you take that away, if you say even if the ball is clipping, it's hitting,
it could be missing.
Then it could be missing, and then what you're saying is the wickets, the frame of the wickets becomes bigger, right? Because then you no longer have to bowl within the stumps. You can be almost hitting the fourth stump and still get an LBW off of that, right? So you send that for review. As long as it's even grazing the wickets become bigger essentially.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he did a really good analysis. So I kind of agree with that it needs to stay as umpire's call. The only thing is we need a little more consistency on the DRS because it's really off. I don't know if they need to recalibrate it or what needs to happen with that. Those decisions. There's been a few this World Cup that are like questionable.
More than few. और ये मुझे लगता है चाइना का माल है ये पूरा DRS.
कोई lag आ रहा है.
कोई lag आ रहा है बीच में. और वो ये जो है बस
पैसा
बुकी lag है या
कैसा You watched the highlights of the match because you didn't watch the match. I was telling him about it. Okay. That review that we're talking about, they didn't even put in the highlights.
Right.
Okay. This is Hindustan Times saying, eyeing the scalp of the big fish, South Africa took a review, but a flat line on ultra edge extended Kohli's stay at the crease.
Right.
Okay. This was very as close as it can get. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you had a night out and the girl said she didn't kiss you, because of how close you were, I would have said you kissed her.
That's quite the analogy there.
I'm just telling you. Okay? The fact
that's easier for guys to understand. Yeah.
The fact, okay? अब मैं ये कोने में खड़े में we just saw that. I'd be like unscored. कर गया. ठीक है? That's it.
अपना boy जो है बाजी मार गया. Yes.
ठीक है? That's a W for the team.
For the whole team.
ठीक है? अब उधर से बाउंसर आ रहा है और वो कह रहा है नहीं कैमरा चेक करें. ठीक है? आपने कैमरा चेक किया और वो आ गया था ये नहीं किया बात. That's an L for you, bro.
एक तो वो L वो भी ले गया और पूरी टीम के लिए
शर्मिंदगी भी छोड़ के चला गया.
कि भाई
okay, you didn't give it, that's fine. But it's not even in the highlights.
करना है ना फिर वो यार अगर
just why are you not in the highlights? That's a big moment.
It didn't merit the highlight worthiness.
It will never have to be because the thing is अगर आपने कोई पीछे से कोई वो हुआ है कोई उल्टा काम हुआ है.
Somebody went paintbrush on that.
Probably yeah. Be like hey, edit that. Don't
Okay.
Use
I'm gonna show this to you just so you guys know what I'm talking about.
Please.
Yeah. So
the cock's laughing too.
Bro, just watch this.
Yeah.
Everybody's confused, bro. And look, this is not even in the highlights. Don't you think this is a big moment to be in the highlights?
It seems like the bat just disappears.
Okay, look where the ball is over there, and then look at this frame versus where the ball is.
That ball's actually covering some of the bat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some part of the bat disappears. तो पीछे से वही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, एडिटिंग स्किल्स हुई होंगी इसमें से किसी ने.
Look at that, he's at 37, bro. He goes on to score 100.
I mean,
okay, yeah. And now you look at the other clip. Okay, now this is not me making up. This is an article on like Hindustan Times. Okay, this one is given not out. This one that is 4x. He makes that face, like the LeBron face. Like, why didn't I get that?
Yeah.
And look how confused the cock is. 4x.
Yeah.
That counts as a touch on the ball, and the other one doesn't count.
That's I can see from here कि भी ये मिस हो रही है, और डकॉक के चेहरे पे लग रहा है कि मैंने एम्पायर को जो है ना चिपड़ने मारनी है. Decog does not look like he's a fan of the umpiring and the refereeing in this.
No, but it has a big influence on what's happening. देखो, आपने हारिस राउफ ने आपको बॉल की है, ठीक है, आपने अंपायर की तरफ देखा, आपने कहा कि ये नो बॉल होनी चाहिए, आपको नो बॉल मिल गई है, डिलेड रिएक्शन हुआ है, आपको मिल गई है, ठीक है. Literally, bro, the out being given, we cannot. I'm not going against. What's that? What's a meter? Sneakometer. I'm not going against it. I'm not trying to say I'm going against it.
Right.
Second time around, sneakometer doesn't even come up.
Yeah.
They don't even show us the sneakometer.
Yeah.
They just look at it on the back end and they reverse the decision and then give it.
दाल में कुछ ना कुछ तो ये डाल रहे हैं काला.
Yeah, come on.
काला क्या डाल रहे हैं मुझे नहीं पता, लेकिन ये दाल में कुछ ना कुछ कर रहे हैं. I think जो शेफ है ना,
I think दाल ही काली है.
I think दाल तो दाल usually मसर की
होगी.
सड़ गई है दाल उसको.
नहीं यार, I mean दाल. All I'm saying is मैं नहीं कह रहा कि इंडिया की फेवर हो रही है blatantly. मैं नहीं कह रहा.
नहीं, थोड़ी बहुत तो हो रही है. I mean it's a home tournament.
मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूँ कि यार
some fishy.
Come on. Like how many of these are we just gonna let it slide?
Yeah, बिल्कुल दाल में मछली है, fishy है.
आप देखो ना कि आप YouTube के किसी बंदे ने अगर हाईलाइट लगाई है वो डिफरेंट चीज़ है. Like Willow is the official subscription of North America that has the rights to show this.
Yes, no, अगर हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स बोल रहे ना, that's तूने
ये हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स
ये इंडिया का official like
आर्टिकल है क्योंकि दो चीज़ें आई हैं.
Yeah. So I mean अगर वो खुद कह रहे हैं, like हम भी नहीं कह रहे, वो खुद कह रहे हैं कि थोड़ी सी हो रही है favoritism, तो हो रही है. But I mean it's understandable कि भी थोड़ा सा home, India has an influence. India has the power. I mean all ये जो सारे control कर रहे होंगे DRS system और ये monitoring system, ये जो third referee और ये वो, nobody has access to those. You gotta understand. Not me, not you, not anyone. Those players, they can't see who's behind. You know, so there's always gonna be. I mean, if it's this clear कि हर match में थोड़ा बहुत कुछ ना कुछ हो रहा है, तो कुछ ना कुछ हो ही रहा होगा. You know, and I mean,
it's the birthday boy. They give him a present.
100%.
Birthday पे तो बनता है यार. Even Starbucks gives you a free drink.
Plus but these kind of things, yes. अगर ये कोई, you know, if in a game it happens once or twice, even though it's unfair, teams should move on and try to move on with the game and still come out.
क्या move on करना है? 80 score तो करना है आगे.
वो तो यार देखो एक मेंटली एक साइकोलॉजिकल डिफीट तो आपको मिलती है कि नहीं मिलती.
एग्जैक्टली. और आई थिंक हो भी सकता है यार. देखो प्लेयर साउथ अफ्रीका के प्लेयर्स ने देखा है ये कि भी यार ये तो हमारे साथ पंगे हो रहे हैं. Probably lost the whole like mental, you know, like when they went out to bat.
If you are Quinton de Kock, ठीक है, you literally have a conversation with him like यार मुझे लग रहा है कि वाह ये तेरे बैट से ये like how is not picking up.
यार मैं भी 40 साल से क्रिकेट खेल रहा हूँ. मैं भी देख रहा हूँ
मैं विकेट कीपिंग कर रहा हूँ. I'm a world renowned wicket keeper.
Yeah.
I tell my team when to go up for a review, when to not go up for a review. This goes up for review.
Yeah.
It's super close to the bat.
Exactly.
Super close to the bat.
कोहली को कह रहा है यार कि भी देख मुझे पता लगी है, मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बोलूँगा क्योंकि IPL भी आगे खेलनी है मैंने, ना ही मैं रेफरीज के सामने ये लेके जाऊँगा इशू, लेकिन तू खुद बता लगी है कि कान में बता दे मुझे एक दफ़ा लगी एक कोहली को.
कहता बस चुप करके लगा.
कोहली भी कह रहा है चल शाबाश कीपिंग कर चुप करके.
But all in all, boys, I mean that's a long debate. We can keep going on about that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean
वो हम control नहीं कर सकते. I always feel कि हमें significant win लानी चाहिए, so you don't have these 4 run here and but this is a game of cricket. Every run matters, you know. Otherwise जब तू bowling कर रहा था तुझे कोई कहता ही ना कि यार extras ना दे. अगर every run didn't matter.
यार जितनी भी हो रही है लेकिन इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि जो आवाम बैठी है वो यूथ ही हैं, you know what I mean, वो उनको भी नजर आ रहा है कि नहीं हो क्या रहा है यार.
Youth ही I like it very much.
कुछ ना कुछ चल रहा है.
Awam is not a youth.
Yes, Awam is not a youth. Awam has grown.
तूने टोरंटो स्लैंग और पाकिस्तानी उसको मिक्स करके जो एक नया वर्ड निकाला है.
Man them not youth ही है. हम भी देखते हैं यार.
लेकिन बात वही है ना कि देखो अगर आपकी टीम नॉन परफॉर्मर है, ठीक है, एनी टाइम यू रेज एन इशू इट्स गोना बी लाइक यू गाइस आर मेकिंग एक्सक्यूजेस टू. हमारा क्या जा रहा है इस टाइम? इंडिया और साउथ अफ्रीका के मैच में हमारा क्या जा रहा है? पाकिस्तान इज बेसिकली आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड कप अनलेस कुदरत का निजाम does not come back again, and the game gets washed out because even if they win from Sri Lanka with 1 run, Pakistan has to win from England by 131 runs.
They need to pull in India is what you're saying.
They need to pull in India. You know, unless England comes that day and is like you guys bat first और हम आज 25-30 पे सारे out हो जाएंगे because हमारी flight है. That's a different story. We might be able to pull it off, but apart from that, again, Afghanistan is still a contender. You know, if Netherlands have upset South Africa, Afghanistan could upset Australia. Could happen. Could happen. It's possible.
They could with Australia barely beating.
No, but Australia, I know they're dogs, and all they're doing right now is because they know they're playing the final. They know they're playing the final.
Australia, you think they're going to?
Australia is playing the final. Because it's 3 and 4, right? So chances are Australia is playing South Africa, and South Africa is choking. 100% they're choking. After what they showed me today,
no doubt.
I don't think they can take down Australia.
They are chokers, yes. और क्या कहते हैं? Like I have always believed that जैसे आप बड़े टूर्नामेंट्स में प्लेऑफ्स में आते हो ना, whatever it is कि आप क्रिकेट है या सॉकर है या बास्केटबॉल है, you know, again like I mean how some basketball teams had runs, right, where they were you know undefeated and then come into choke, and the other teams that are not doing that good in the regulation, and then they come in and they swipe it off. Same thing. I mean when the 4 teams that are going to make, I have no idea who's going to take those 2 games, semifinals and then final. You never know.
You never know. Once you make it, you never know. But here's another fun tidbit for you guys. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I don't think you are, but here we go.
Who's ever ready?
That's nobody.
I was born ready.
Doubt it. So, since the inauguration of IPL,
yes,
and since the inauguration of the big 3 in ICC,
Australia, India, and England.
That's right. Australia, India, and England. Those are the only nations to host a 50-over World Cup, and the hosting nation has won the World Cup each time. 2011 India.
गेमें हो रही हैं.
गेम में मजाक हो रहा है.
गेमें इधर लोगों को बेवकूफ़ बनाया जा रहा है और लोग बेवकूफ़ बन रहे हैं कि जी हम वर्ल्ड कप देख
इमोशनल
अत्याचार
वर्ल्ड कप हो रहा है जी, हम वर्ल्ड कप देखने जा रहे हैं.
Emotional damage.
Exactly.
That's what's happening. Because bro, people are invested in this, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel bad for myself.
सब पैसे का खेल है. And talk about पैसे का खेल. Remember the last episode we were talking about like कि भाई जो है अरबियों को, you know, Saudis and all these guys should invest in. वो देखा है, I mean Saudis they wanna buy, they have put a bid up for $5 billion to take control of IPL pretty much.
Oh no way.
Yes, Saudis are probably going to buy that. Saudi Aramco
is already a sponsor.
It's already a sponsor.
Aramco is a big sponsor.
Big sponsor for the World Cup.
Emirates is one of their international sponsors.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I was talking about. Like you know, the Arabs are expanding in the field of sports, not just other things they buy and everything. But I'm just saying, कि Saudi, and you know.
Bro, buy it, make it better. That's all I'm saying at this point.
Buy it, make it better. True.
But buy करो, पैसे लगाओ, infrastructure लगाओ, मैं तेरे साथ हूँ.
Yeah.
ठीक है. I cannot, this is like 8 hours, bro. 8 hours of my life in a different time zone that I'm trying to dedicate to this. Okay? Even if you last through the first 4 hours, okay? I've already given you from 2:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. I've already given you that part of my night sleep. I've already done that. Okay? Now the second half, you're just giving me a bullshit game, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do with this 80 some runs all out? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? And I'm supposed to look at Quinton de Kock as the top run scorer. Okay, I keep saying Quinton de Kock a lot, but because this is your time to shine. This was your time to shine. And you've got some other, Markham is in there, is in great form. Vander Dussen. Like, come on,
Klassen,
bro.
Miller,
Klassen,
Jansen.
Like, come on, bro.
Like their batting lineup, that batting lineup 85. Oh man, this is outrageous.
Outrageous.
To say the least.
Outrageous.
I know he's the top scorer, but in the 3 games they've chased, I think he barely had. He doesn't have 50 runs.
Quinton, right?
Yeah.
यार 50 नहीं, मैं वही बात कह रहा हूँ भाई, 250 तक तो ले जाओ भाई। आप T20 के स्कोर नहीं कर पा रहे, 170 कर लो, 180 कर लो, T20 में 200 क्रॉस हो रहा है,
Literally,
ट्रिपल डिजिट्स में तो चले जाओ।
चेस में क्विंटन डी कॉक का मिडिल नेम होना चाहिए हैज नो।
Right now,
this guy's just on one.
I'm just saying.
I like it. I like it. Bro, अभी जो ये हो रहा है ना, अभी जो ये हो रहा है, ठीक है, अभी जो स्कोर हो रहा है, this looks like my bank account before payday. $50, $80. Like, what is, bro, ट्रिपल डिजिट्स में तो रखो, sustain. मेरे से तो कंट्रोल नहीं होता, आप तो कंट्रोल कर लो, you professionals.
Completely relates. And not just to me, I'm pretty sure to everyone out there watching, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it feels. यार भाई पेडे हो रहा है,
पेडे हो रहा है।
इंडिया के साथ गेम है जी पेडे से पहले।
भाई ये वाली जो फीलिंग है ये हो रही है कि जी मैच था रात को, तेरा पेडे है, ठीक है, अब जैसे ही तेरा डायरेक्ट डिपॉजिट हिट्स, you paid all your bills. Whatever was left was the South African to go. That's
इंडिया ने सही मुशक्कत करवाई है, इनसे पूरे दिन भगाया।
Inflation is real, boys.
फील्ड में इनको 350 ठोका है, भगा के जैनसन 10 ओवर में 90 मारा और बाद में सिर्फ $85 रखो, जाओ कैंडीज खाओ।
Their run rate is plus 250.
Yeah.
Plus 250, brother.
That's crazy. I think it seems like India is playing वो होता नहीं, बड़ा मैच आ रहा है, तो मल्ले की टीम को बच्चों को इकट्ठे करो, बॉलिंग कराओ आंखें में।
Straight up, yeah.
That's what's happening. They're like they're making everybody look like net bowlers, bro.
Yeah, 100%. वो literally जैसे कॉल कर रहे हैं कि खेलना है कल, अवेलेबल हो, जैनसन अवेलेबल है,
प्रैक्टिस चाहिए थोड़ी यार।
हाँ, नगीरी वगैरह आ रही हैं सारे, आ जाओ यार, कोहली की कल एक सेंचुरी करवानी है,
बर्थडे उसकी कल,
बच्चे को
गिफ्ट देना है तो लेकर आओ, शाबाश। वो ज्यादा ही कोई
यार 100 बातों यही बात है, बात वहीं पे आ गई है, ठीक है, ये सही नहीं हो रहा जो भी हो रहा है।
मैं कह रहा हूँ रैप करो, बंद करो,
खत्म करो,
just give him the World Cup,
रैप करो, ट्रॉफी बोलो रोहित भाई
रोहित भाई आप ले लें, well deserved, बाकी की फॉर्मेलिटीज अब ना करें, क्योंकि हम एज फैंस ये
बेइज्जती करवाने हैं,
मेरी आंखों से खून निकलना शुरू हो गया, इतने सड़े हुए मैच है।
शामी भाई की सेल्फी लेने थे, उन्होंने नए बाल लगवाए हैं भाई, ये पिक्चर लें आप ट्रॉफी के साथ, थैंक यू फॉर इनवाइटिंग अस,
go enjoy, go party, let the whole country enjoy,
let people go back to their families,
let people go back to their families, especially England, उन्होंने किसी का क्या किया है, you know, they're losing, they're in this blistering heat, वहाँ पे अच्छा मौसम हुआ है,
वो स्टोक्स को रिटायरमेंट से, सऊदी को रिटायरमेंट से निकाल के ला रहे,
बेइज्जतियां करवा रहे हैं उनकी मुफ्त
गया, और वो बूढ़े हो गए हैं यार, वो लोग उनसे हिला नहीं जा रहा,
जो आंखों की झुर्रियां नजर आ रही हैं
कसम से यार। सऊदी तो मुझे लगता है सऊदी आई थिंक अगले साल वो रिटायरमेंट होम्स में जा रहा है, हर उसकी जो उसकी टेंशन होती है ना उसके,
you know another guy that needs to sleep is Haris Rauf. That bags under his eyes are getting wild, bro.
Yo bro, the thing is, have you noticed one thing? एक चीज आप लोगों ने शायद नोटिस की ना हो यार वो आई मीन पाकिस्तान पीसीबी के वो कोच का जो चेक वो जो हुआ था इंटरव्यू, उसमें कहता है यार ऐसी हमें ऐसे लग रहा है इंडिया आगे जैसे कोविड सिचुएशन हुई है, हमें ज़्यादा निकलने नहीं दे रही सेफ्टी सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न्स की वजह से। ब्रो ये लग ही नहीं रहा, इन्होंने किसी ने हेयर कट नहीं करवाई हुई, सारी दाढ़ियाँ बड़ी बड़ी हुई हुई हैं, बाल बड़े बड़े हुए हुए हैं, तो वो
इधर ले जाओ यार अपनी जिलेट वो कर दे उनको, क्या हो गया, इतना लाइनअप तो तू कर लेता घर में।
उन्होंने कहा होगा ना कि उन्होंने कहा होगा कि भी यार हम जाएंगे उधर इंडिया में, यू नो प्रेस ही प्रेस होगी, हमें लोग दुनिया देख रही होगी वहाँ पे।
रिजवान बाल सही करता रह रहा है, वो बाहर उसको कोई देखने नहीं दे
वो बाहर जा वो कोच ने कहा ना कि हमें कोविड सिचुएशन की तरह रखा है, सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न तो आप लोग बेसिकली लॉक्ड इन।
मैं बताता हूँ क्या हुआ है।
हाँ,
दिस इज शुएब मलिक's fault।
अपना ही कोई निकलना था, मुझे पता है।
वो बता रहा हूँ ना क्यों, क्योंकि वो गया था उधर से, वो ले आया था कुछ वापस।
पर्सनली से भी किया वैसे।
अब देख लो ना, फिर वो उनको पता है कि ये आ जाते हैं कुछ ना कुछ लेके चले जाते हैं।
3-4 कुआरे हैं।
वो कहते हैं कि इस पे फुल बैन है, इसमें फुल बैन है।
उन्हें अपनी लड़कियों की फिक्र होगी।
हम तो उधर जाते नहीं है ना, हम उधर से कुछ लेके आते हैं। ठीक है, आप लोग इधर आते हैं, चीजें लेके आप लोग चले जाते हैं।
एक बंदा निकलता है बीच में से, और फिर हमें सारी हमें अगले 4 साल सुनना पड़ता है कि भाभी सानिया के भाभी।
वो फिर कहते हैं फील्ड में हम आपके साथ जो मर्जी करें, लेकिन अपर हैंड फिर आपके पास होता है। Not right.
Who do you think who would have had the best chance to do one of that? Scoop one of the women from India, from Pakistan. You think Babar?
Yeah, he's बेचारे के बाल चिट्टे कर दिए मैंने।
I think Babar, Rizzi.
Rizzi is married.
Rizzi's married, yeah. Shady.
Shady's married too.
Shady's married too?
Yeah, he's married.
हरकतें उसकी नहीं है बिल्कुल।
No, he's very religious. He married Saklan's daughter.
माशाल्लाह।
What's his face?
वो तो बैट तस्वीर पड़ा था लास्ट गेम में।
ओह अच्छा।
यार सबसे ज्यादा चांस है, चीता गया ही नहीं, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा चांस उसका था।
इसका
नसीम शाह।
नसीम शाह would have definitely bagged 1 or 2. दो शादियां उसने। What about Wasim Junior? अभी Wasim Junior
could get it too, bro.
Wasim Junior.
I mean they all have a chance.
इसीलिए वो फरीदी ने शाहीन की पहले ही निकाह
करा दिया भाईजान।
शाहीन अफरीदी का।
पहले उसने वर्ल्ड कप से पहले इंडिया ने निकाह करके जाओ।
या बिल्कुल।
इससे पहले तो कोई हरकत।
So ये हमारी अपनी गलती है कि उनको बाहर निकलने नहीं दे रहे, ऊपर सिक्योरिटी लॉकडाउन है, और इनके लिए अच्छा यही है कि इनको निकलने ना दिया जाए। ठीक है, there's a funny story man. These guys didn't like the food at one of the places that they were staying at, तो किसी ने Zomato पे ऑर्डर डाल के they just ordered their own food.
That's what I'm saying. इन कंडीशंस में रखा जा रहा है इसको, इनको
उनसे कराइयों में बगैर रहा ही नहीं जा रहा।
Yeah, exactly. ना उन्हें खाने के सही तरह वो अपनी तरफ से I think पाकिस्तानी गए होंगे पूरा कि हमने इधर फुल जो है ना एंजॉयमेंट करनी।
वो अपने वो नहीं है, क्या उनका नाम है वो यार, वो जो करते हैं विक्रम, क्या है उसका नाम है बंदे का? विक्रांत गुप्ता। तो उसको कहता है ये पर्ची से इससे पूछो हमें प्रोटीन नहीं मिल रहा। He's like फकर जमान में कौन सा प्रोटीन का है? I was like different डाइट है। अब फौजी है, वो एडजस्ट कर लेता है।
फौजी वो एडजस्ट कर लेगा, यस, वो उसको कोई मसला नहीं है कि वो अंदर बंद है। ये जो बाकी यंग आए हुए हैं ना, ये जो यंग
यार, आप इंजमामुल हक के हाउसहोल्ड से हो, you obviously are used to good food.
या 100% माशाल्लाह। और माम की जान भी अच्छी खासी है
माशाल्लाह,
और स्टाइल भी उसका पूरा है, लाइक वो अपनी पूरी रखता है। आई मीन जब ये आए थे बहुत फ्रेश थे ये लोग, हेयर कटें फुल थी इनकी, दाढ़ियां शाड़ियां सही बनवा के आए थे।
यार भाईजान उन्होंने डबल फ्रेश करा लिया था, क्योंकि पहले उन्होंने सारे लाइनअप शाइनअप करा लिया, 3 दिन वीजा डिले हो गया, उन्होंने फिर नाई को बुलाया, आजा भाई फिर से कार खोल के फ्रेश लैंड हुए।
या बिल्कुल।
अब बेचारे स्ट्रेट रेजर को
वो इसलिए नहीं लेकर आए, वो लाए नहीं, मिलनी है उधर।
कौन सा पता नहीं बॉलीवुड का स्टाइलिस्ट आ जाएगा, करण जौहर आएगा, मुझे शर्ट बनाएगा मेरी।
यार वैसे शुरू में गया था एक दफा ये बाबर, आई थिंक वो हसन अली नहीं करवा रहा था, उसकी वीडियो आई थी कि वो
इसके बाद में लॉक कर दिया विक्टिम लेता हुआ नहीं, पान तो बनवा रहा है इधर बैठ के, चल जा शाबाश।
नहीं अच्छा किया, लेकिन चलो एटलीस्ट क्रिकेट पे फोकस करें। वो आई थिंक उन्होंने आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि भी हो सकता है यार शुरू में यार, एक तो आप लॉकडाउन हो अंदर, मतलब आप यू नॉट गोइंग आउट मच, एवरी अदर टीम ऑस्ट्रेलिया, साउथ अफ्रीका, दे आर ऑल हैंगिंग आउट। आई मीन मैक्सवेल को इंजरी कहाँ हुई है? गोल्फ कोर्स पे हुई है, राइट? तो वो लोग घूम रहे हैं अपना आराम से। पाकिस्तान का अपनी है वो थोड़ा सा political reasons की वजह से वो security concerns वगैरह ये वो, तो उनको अंदर बंद किया हुआ है, and all of a sudden you're inside, you haven't seen people outside in a while, where everybody else is exposed to everybody, the press, a lot of people come to watch you during your practices. It's not the same thing with Pakistan. So all of a sudden when you're inside and you go out to a game where like there's now like 70,000 people looking at you, you're bound to have
I think this theory actually makes perfect sense.
Clusterfuck.
शॉक में जा रहे हैं।
पहला मैं देखो वो आए हैं, November 5th को वर्ल्ड कप शुरू हुआ, उससे 1-2 दिन पहले ये लोग पहुंच गए. 6th को hair cut was still fresh, they won. ठीक है. October 10th against Sri Lanka, highest ever run chase by Pakistan. ठीक है. They won.
अभी भी fade थोड़ा था.
अभी चल रहा था. Now when the grey started coming in is when they played India. बाहर निकल रहे हैं
लॉरियल का वो दे
ठीक है
कलर मेहंदी शादी लगाए कुछ लगाए
ठीक है. उसके बाद बेचारों के अक्टूबर 27 तक किसी ने बाल छेड़े नहीं उनके.
या ब्रो.
साउथ अफ्रीका वाले दिन जिस दिन मैच था नाई आया, उन्होंने कहा जी गेम का टाइम शुरू हो गया, अभी नहीं कर सकते आप. जीते जीते हार गए बेचारे मैच जस्ट फ्रॉम दैट. अभी उनको 2 मैचों में थोड़ा मुझे लग रहा है कि 2 वीक बाद 3 वीक बाद उन्हें मिला है
जाके. अभी उन्होंने होपफुली नेक्स्ट मैच अभी
ग्रोथ अच्छी है ना वहाँ पे. शैम्पू डाबर आमला मिल रहा है, ग्रोथ भी आ रही है. शमी भाई के पूरे बाल आ सकते हैं, तो हमारे लड़कों की थोड़ी दाढ़ी नहीं आ सकती.
शमी भाई ने 4500 ग्राफ्स लगाए हैं. मजाक नहीं.
तुमने बड़े गिने हैं भाई के ग्राफ.
फुल बताया उसने.
शामी गिव इट टू मी. करना तो फिर पूरा फुल
भाई का इतना है, वो 5 विकेट हॉल्स नीचे बात ही नहीं करता. वो जडेजा आज ना लेके आ रहा है, शामी ने.
Exactly, but yeah, it's and the next games coming up for Pakistan are just, I think, one more game left.
Last game with the
England
cricket board.
With the colonizers.
Yes.
Don't say that. Huh?
Facts.
Hey, that's offensive.
That's very
facts.
offensive.
That's.
What did Ben Stokes colonize you? No, don't.
England.
England did.
So who are we playing?
We're playing England.
It's colonizers.
But you cannot blame the previous generations for what they're doing right now.
My ancestors
Bro,
went
it
through
was
a lot.
literally their fathers and grandfathers.
No, it wasn't their fathers and grandfathers. Ben Stokes has nothing to do with this.
I didn't say him. I
You
didn't
did.
mention his name.
Okay, so is Moeen Ali a colonizer?
I said England.
Is Rashid?
I said England.
You're being very rude. That's very disrespectful. I'm offended on behalf of England and the entire cricket team. We're going to file an official suit against you.
वही कर ही ना दे.
मैं तो करूँगा एक और.
I look forward to hearing from your lawyer.
Yeah, you be scared of my legal team, bro.
Who's in England?
Don't worry about it.
आ रहा है तुझे एक लेटर आ रहा है.
Letter आ रहा है.
मैं move हो रहा हूँ.
Just make sure whoever is dropping the letter off, they do it in like, one of the, how they do it in the movies. They find him. I don't know how those people find you randomly. Are they supposed to do that?
Yeah, you hire.
यार इसके लिए तो आसान है. Ans, I got something for you, bro. अम्मी पाकिस्तान से आई, तेरे लिए कुछ लेके आई. आई जरा 2 मिनट बैठ. You've been served. अच्छा, anyways, matches that don't matter. Let's talk about those.
Yes.
Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Farid match.
Matters actually.
For who?
For the Champions Trophy.
Running the Champions Trophy.
You know what? I don't think Pakistan is thinking beyond the next game.
No, Pakistan's already in the Champions
Yeah,
Trophy.
पाकिस्तान तो आ गया है. चलो.
Bangladesh, Sri Lanka.
चलो बांग्लादेश श्रीलंका चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी के लिए duke it out. कोई जीते कोई हारे हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता at this point. ठीक है. Afghanistan, Australia. This is what I want to happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Not for anything else, but for the sake of Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
क्योंकि हुआ ये है कि if you ever कभी आपने तोते रखे घर में?
जी.
When their wings get too much, you have to clip them a little bit. Otherwise, they bother them. So Australia has to come and really put them in place.
Yes, they do.
And really show them where they actually stand. थोड़े जैक लग जाते हैं इंसान के.
Yeah.
But their heads high in the sky.
Yeah.
And Australia, knowing Australia, they're sitting there. All they've been doing. Okay, they've been practicing. Adam Zampa has not sat down.
Zampa's been going through people.
No, listen. He hasn't sat down for 6 days. He just keeps bowling in the nets. Everybody just goes and practices.
I need his mullet back though. I still want that mullet back.
They're on track. So there's going to be some destruction. If there is no destruction on this particular match, and I'm telling you why there's destruction. Afghanistan is now winning. And Pakistan is playing the semi-finals.
Yes.
Because the Sri Lanka and New Zealand match is getting rained out. No result. I'm telling you right now. Because that's what the people want. And whatever the Indian crowd wants, that's exactly what they're going to get. Okay. So you have one opportunity.
But yes, I agree with you. Australia needs to beat Afghanistan. I think
Australia needs to and South Africa needs to.
Yes. वरना वो लोग चढ़ जाएंगे बहुत ऊपर ये फजूल के. Like, I mean, no doubt, good cricketing team, but need to simmer them down a little.
इतना नहीं होता ना.
हाँ इतना नहीं
इतना नहीं
होता.
इतना नहीं होता.
या हर कोई पाकिस्तानी होता है.
नहीं अब नसीम शाह नहीं है, आपने एडवांटेज ले लिया सिचुएशन का. ले लिया, चलो ले लिया.
Yes.
But if Naseem Shah was there, you know what happened to him that day that they lost? उसकी दूसरी टांग में दर्द निकली. That's how much he was in pain. Because he would have never let it happen, bro. Agonizing pain. You don't know what that boy's been through.
Well, hope he comes back soon.
You know his name, not his story.
Have you guys seen? No. और ये clip वो मोहम्मद हफीज की था. You guys seen that clip from Mohammad Hafiz?
Oh yeah, where he's talking about how there's some situation.
Yeah. So
Hafiz just talks out of his ass, bro. This guy needs to just be put off air.
सबसे funny.
I agree with that. Yeah, but I'm saying he's a retired Pakistani like ex-cricketer.
All of them need to come off the air. घर जाके family को time दो.
100%.
तो आप जो ये cash in कर रहे हो ना World Cup time में, I get it. Almost वो खत्म हो गया World Cup. घर जाओ please family को time दो और दोबारा TV पे ना आना.
Yeah.
All of you.
Yeah, they shouldn't even have it. Like, you know, the funniest thing I saw is these Australian podcasters, and they're literally saying like Pakistan should literally fire their entire staff right before every major event.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what Michael won and
like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like hold off the politics for 1 month and then come back and deal with it.
No. But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Because politics is so embedded with Pakistan's everything. Like even in your family household, you would see, it's basically a second nature to Pakistanis, right?
Yeah.
I'm being completely straight up, blunt, honest with this. That when the team is about to get selected or when a major tournament is coming, that's when the politics is at its high because everybody wants to be a part of that. Because if you're part of it, you're going to make money, right? Because you're either getting paid for being the manager, the coach, the player, the analyst, the freaking anchors, anything. All these big tournaments come with
a paycheck. Yeah.
So that's why you would see like पहले तो उन्होंने अपने बिठाए होते हैं कि भी चल यार कर ले चल तू बैठ जा चेयरमैन लग जा तू उधर लग जा तुझे ये बना देंगे तुझे वो बना देंगे. All of a sudden जब वो टूर्नामेंट होने को आता है everybody's like निकल चल मेरी बारी है अभी
भाई पहली बात है देखो दो बातें बिल्कुल सही आप कह रहे हो ठीक है दो बातें हैं ठीक है. पहली बात ये है कि yes you want a show in a local language I understand that ठीक है. But you're just having a very one-sided view. किसी और बंदे को भी ले आओ कहीं से 4 लफ्ज़ इंग्लिश के बोलने पड़ेंगे कोई स्क्रिप्ट वगैरह पढ़ लेना but at least you can say hey what is your view and then have someone translate that for the rest of the world. You want to have these big talk shows. Have you looked at the Indian or the English talk shows? They're spread out. You know they've got someone from South Africa, someone from West. All the West Indies is sitting at home. You know you've got like Bravo and all these guys coming in and being ambassadors for Oscar Ali. You know like you can do that for their promos, but you can't have them sit down at one of your shows and talk about it. So at least it's like a little bit of a fair analysis of the situation that's going on. Okay? We love ripping Pakistan apart. The other thing is change chahiye. तरक्की भी चाहिए लेकिन whatever the process is we're not going to trust it. So every 2 months this was not working, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working.
Yeah.
Go eat it.
Agree. Yeah, I mean that's what it is.
Go eat a Quentin DeCock.
Yeah. On the show is what he means. Yeah, on their show.
Go eat with Quentin DeCock. Like bring him onto the show and then eat with him. Like get familiar with other people.
Yeah. Hold him in your hands. Try rub him the right way. He'll probably give you some good
advice. Yeah, it's like a genie running. Rubbing the lamp. Genie comes out, gives you some wisdom. Take that back to your team.
Yeah, exactly. Rub the cock right. And what's it called?
There's no saving you from that one, bro. I tried bringing it back a few times. There's no saving.
I had to put it out there, man. These guys need to. But
you have to finish.
Year one. जो मैं always update की बात करता हूँ ना ये like they need to update and whatnot update the cricket update everything. It's updating as in like where the world is going, where you see all these countries going. You see Australia, South Africa, India. Not just let's start with cricket for your sake. Let's start with cricket.
Right.
So at least you pick up some go that way. Trust me, they're going the right way. You go that way too with your with all the talk shows that you do. Trust me, they have a big effect on image of the Pakistan cricket. Nobody's gonna watch your shows. The only people that are gonna watch your shows are either the locals, your countrymen, or when the big event comes, someone that can understand the language, which is India probably. And they even then, not everybody's gonna watch your show, but you will have a little bit more, viewership. But if you do things right, you will catch a lot more attention. And if you're doing things right, you're just doing the right things, you're saying the right things on your shows, and then after that will spill into the team. Your team is going to be watching that, could be okay, it just has a psychological, counter effect.
You know what they do on those shows? What I've kind of picked, I don't watch them, but every time I see a clip, that guy in high school, everybody knows that there's like, oh, I know this person who owned the Ferrari because he wants to be that guy. I want to be that guy who knows the right people.
Yeah.
So all these Pakistani ex-players always try to bring the scoop. Like I'm aware of what's going on the inside. That's how they present it. It's like, oh, Naseem select नहीं हुआ, वो उसने नवाज शरीफ की इमरान खान की picture लगा दी इसलिए उसको टीम से निकाल दिया. Like what are you trying to
political connotation.
It's just unnecessary.
Network.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. Yeah. You left the post that you were given because somebody didn't listen to you like a baby. Yeah. Like just go home. Yeah. Please go home.
Yeah. Sad thing is, bro. The sad thing is, even if they look, if they somehow, like a very big hypothetical, they qualified into the semis. Like if you go into the semis, anything can happen. You play the final, you win. Yeah. It could happen. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Yeah. Even if they win, right? They're not going to change any. If they win, they're definitely not going to change anything because they're going to be like, look, whatever we did, it worked. It worked. Yeah. So we're not going to change anything. So, and if they lose, they're just going to rip everything apart. Yeah. Everybody's gonna the talk shows are gonna get 2 more months. Yeah. Pakistan team ye ho raha Champion League se pehle ye karna hai, and then nothing is gonna happen. Nothing is going to change.
So yani ki hamara koi hal nahi
hai. Hamara best solution yahi hai. If it was any other team, I would say the best thing to happen to this particular team is to lose, to learn from it, and then you go from there. No, that's not the case. Because
it just sounds funny when he puts it out. Yeah, there's literally A is never gonna equal to A.
No, because if we were gonna do it, right? अभी हम कह सकते हैं यार format का मसला है, ये मसला है, वो मसला है, right? ODI ये वो ये. It's all nonsense. Yeah. It's utter and complete nonsense. Fix your infrastructure. Yeah. Fix your training facilities. Yeah.
Fix your grassroots cricketing. From like young cricketing talent, like from let's say college level. Fix it.
And here's the thing.
Because the thing is, people that are already in the team, like all these old guys that are in the team, right? Yeah. They're playing that type of like cricket that is not. Kids that are coming up. Yeah. They're analyzing cricket. They're watching cricket. They watch these. They watch all these tournaments. Yeah. They watch all these other big teams playing cricket: Australia, England, India, and whatnot, South Africa, and New Zealand. They watch these and they're picking up what they're putting on the table, right? They will have a very bright understanding of what the cricket culture is, where it's headed, how the cricket should be played. If you invest in that little kids coming up, because look, these guys are already their mentality is already a mix of like probable and improbable cricket, updated and a little bit lacking cricket that is lacking. So working with them is going to be a little bit harder than pick a nice fresh young cricketer from one of these cricket academies. Yeah. And you invest on them with the right piece of skills and right piece of a cricketing mindset and how to approach the cricket. You can turn that team into a superstar team right from the under 19 levels and up and onwards.
Yeah, you can.
That guy will. I'm telling you, that guy will pick up quicker than all these guys that you're trying to change, that you keep trying to bring in every tournament you have some new guy. You know, come in and mess with the chemistry of the team, right? Now Naseem Shah went. Now come in Zaman Khan and Wasim Jr. comes into the team, and Hassan Ali comes into the team. Where did Hassan Ali come from? Right? Like he wasn't even in the Asia Cup squad. He wasn't playing much cricket before. All of a sudden he's in the World Cup squad, right? So I mean, instead of going back and forth with these guys that have not given you consistent standards of cricket, that how what you need, I'm pretty sure these new guys, these in the academies, on the streets, somewhere hidden, I'm pretty sure there's guys there's young talent out there that can produce at least 2 or 3 those fast bowling batsmen that Pakistan needs, but they're not being looked upon in a manner that they need to be.
Bro, there's no problem. I agree with you.
If
you look at it, like if you look at the young talent, right? Like for example, you've got some heavy hitters that can play modern day cricket. Like Haris is on your team, Saim Ayub is on your team. Like you have him on there. Azam Khan, he's a slogger, right? You have guys that can play modern day cricket. I'll tell you, and then we'll wrap it up. The biggest thing that I want to say is the mentality is not changing, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll just ask you a fact-based question. Did Imad Wasim miss out on the World Cup or no? Should we have added him or not added him? No?
I say no too.
No, okay. So Imad Wasim believes that he should have been because he performed in PSL. Okay? He wants to sit on a show, he wants to sit on a TV show, and he wants to bitch about the fact that why spinners are struggling, why was I not on the team because I performed in PSL.
But this is the same guy who said, I changed my numbers, PCB doesn't reach out to me.
Right.
That's your attitude.
And this is exactly what I'm getting to, right? This is exactly what I'm getting to. And this will come down to your boy as well in a second. So this is the guy, ठीक है? Someone asked him like, okay, तो आप अगर आपको इतनी ability, अपना confidence इतनी ability में है, तो अभी पाकिस्तान कप हो रहा है, why didn't you play in the Pakistan Cup? Prove your ability. Right, that's a big tournament to happen in Pakistan. It's like the Ranji Trophy type thing, that they have. It's an ODI club. It's a big thing, right? So you go there, you perform there, and then you leave no stones unturned that they have to look at you. He says, no, I have other commitments, like T10 league hai or ek aur league hai. That's where your priority is. Your priority is not to play for the country.
Exactly.
You set that priority, but you're sitting here nitpicking the spinners that they already took, right? Same thing happens with Muhammad Amir. Yes, look, it's not a small thing, right? It's not a small thing for you. You were an amazing bowler, everything, all of that. Unmatchable talent, right? I agree with you 100%. The fact that someone gave you a second chance, from that point on, you should be spending basically the rest of your life till you go get a World Cup improving yourself. But you're so butthurt about a few things that some people say that you want to throw a fit and you want to say no. ये मैं नहीं कर सकता, ये मैं नहीं कर सकता. You want, you know what I mean? Like you want to have the cake and you want to have it your way too. When you put weed in the cake to begin with.
When basically you're only eligible for a piece of cake, but you want the whole cake.
Want the whole thing. You want to dictate what the cake looks like. You want happy birthday Muhammad Amir on it, even when the whole team is celebrating on it. You want the whole world to overlook your past. You want us to do all of that, but you cannot even keep your composure and talk sensible and be nice. Yes, it's not fair. Yes, it's cricket. If you want to know PCB is not fair, Fawad Alam is your best example right there. 10 years the guy didn't play, came back and he gave you what he gave you. Right? He didn't say one word.
Yeah, he didn't say one word. Yes, true. Agreed. And लेकिन यार पाकिस्तान में अब बोलो भी तो भी मसला है. ना बोलो फवाद आलम ने कुछ नहीं बोला अभी फिर वो बाहर है.
Yeah, he didn't perform too seriously.
He didn't perform too.
So that's understandable why he's out. It's understandable why Sarfaraz is not there in the ODI and T20 because he didn't perform.
Right. But you're absolutely right. I mean, the culture is never going to change.
बात ये है कि यार आपकी जब टीम जब आप कहीं गए हुए हो, especially जब आप कहीं गए हुए हो, ठीक है? Like let's say that Ans goes on to fight any competition, swimming competition, badminton competition, any kind of competition. And or the better example is like UFC, right? all the Dagestani fighters that you have right now, उनमें से एक जो निकलता है, what do the rest of them do? They could have 100 problems in them, you know, what do? They band, they stick to each other. Whatever problems you have, you can get in a room, you can solve it out, you know, internally, right? Just because someone's given you a mic doesn't mean that you just go off, right? If I do that, that's different because I don't know nothing about them. So it's very easy for someone to be like, yeah, isse kya pata? It's just some guy with an opinion. But when you're saying it, I have some dirt, I have some inside scoop. Half of the people are going to believe you even if you're lying. Because they're like, oh, iske koi dost वगैरह होंगे, किसी ने इसको बताया.
Because you're representing an institution.
You're representing.
All the other people watching, they don't represent. Anybody off the street can come and say whatever. But if you, who has either represented recently, or if you have represented them at a scale where you were one of the top guys at one point, where you had credibility with the ball, right, with your cricketing skills, or if you're still in that circuit where you're looked over by the PC, anything that you say, people are gonna eat it up because.
Imagine we had Sarfaraz on the show, right? We can talk shit about Babar all day long. Next day we can come in and say, "Nahin yaar, you know, I was being a little critical of Babar. He's still a good guy, you know, and he can manage it. He's young. He's got a lot to learn. We can say that, right? Imagine, but Sarfaraz is sitting where you're sitting, and I'm asking Sarfaraz a question about Babar, and they played on the same team. It's going from one ex-captain to the now captain. और तू अब मुझे कुछ और बता रहा है, चीजें बता रहा है, यार बाबर तो ये करता है, वो तो अंदर जाके ना केक काटता सबके साथ है, खाता अकेले बैठ के, you know, you tell me those things. That has a different, you know, perception to everybody else, right? So, but I like what this guy said is take those mics away from these people, send them all home. You guys didn't do shit. You guys didn't do shit.
Try to fix. You know, that's what, you know. Look, Michael Vaughan, Gilchrist, and all these guys. I mean, these guys are cricketers and a half themselves, right? And these guys were talking about Pakistan being a country that, I mean, look, no other team gets gets shit on like that from like ex-legends.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. That it's a good thing Virat is not in Pakistan because he would have been
politicized,
shunned a long time,
gambled, and being tortured mentally by their own people. You know, but that's what I'm saying. Those people. Look, they don't live in Pakistan, right? They don't know what's happening in Pakistan, where Pakistan's politics is headed, or how PCB is being run. They don't know because they're not present there. But they still pointed they pointed the red button. They pointed at the red button. Look, this is your red button. Every time before the World Cup, you press it. It's like we touch it, but they have the tendency to just press it.
We're gonna do it now.
We're gonna do it
before anything comes back to us.
It's happening all around the year, anyways. But come
that time, we just highlight it all.
It's just when the entire world is looking at you. When all
eyes are on you, you start counting out.
You do that too.
अब ये देखना बात इतनी सी है. देखो आप लोग जा रहे हो ARY में बैठे हो, समय में बैठे हो, इधर बैठे हो. आप में से कोई एक बंदा नहीं है जो कहता है PCB को जाके कि यार I want to go take English lessons and I want to be a commentator. Show me your point of view and opinion with the rest. Like when there's four other, you don't have it in you.
Not even that, bro. Like say when you're a cricketer, right? When you as a cricketer, your priority is to play cricket. Your second priority, right after majority of us that have played cricket competitively, the second thing that you want to do is be part of coaching and or be part of an academy where you're.
That's the next step.
That's the next step, right? You want to pass on the talent or the knowledge that you have, right? Be like, oh, let me help somebody else out, right? How many of these guys are doing their certifications, becoming coaches, and trying to better the cricket within Pakistan?
Nobody, none, zero.
They don't want to do that.
They don't want.
None of them want to do that. The people that should be doing it the most, all these people that have all these opinions, हमारा infrastructure ठीक नहीं है, हमारे player की mentality ठीक नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, खुद गंद करके आते थे, but अभी हमारे पास
उससे अच्छा तो हम ही हैं, you know, we been thinking about GoFundMe project for exactly, you know what I mean? उनके तो मुंह से एक निकला भी नहीं है कि यार कोई
यार सारे आप मिलके जो आपकी स्पॉन्सरशिप्स हैं उनसे कहोगे we need a new training facility, we need a state of art training facility, like get people involved, band, get all the other players together. But what do you guys rather do? यार दानिश कनेरिया ने ये किया था, उसने ये किया था, सेलेक्टर कमेटी ने ये किया था, उसने ये किया था.
एक book निकाल दी इसमें सारी की shit talk about every one of them.
Come on, man.
Just throw everyone under the bus. Make yourself look like you were the champion. You know at that time.
You in the whole teams were the only gem trying to win Pakistan World Cup. Everybody else was just there for fun.
हाँ जी. इन्होंने सबको पता है ये हमारा momentum था, इसको ऐसे खेलना है, इसको ऐसे खेलना है. Like we didn't see where shit the bed year after year. Like
they forget, bro. We don't forget.
Yeah, like come on, man.
Twitter warriors.
Bro, it's too much, bro. What the video I sent you in the group with where the guy, whoever made it, like God bless you, whoever made that video, where he takes the points that these extra players make, and then he shows them doing exactly the opposite when they were in that position. So front foot spinner ko front foot pe khelte hain, and then he would cut to a video of them just going on the back foot getting bowled. Like anybody can talk off the field, bro. Do it on the field.
There's some things I'm absolutely against. Like even Shwab Malik did a thing. He said, "I'm fit to play." There's nothing. 2024 World Cup. I'm fit to play. There's nothing. Do nothing. You have Umar Akmal, who's hopeful that he's still gonna play in the.
Umar Akmal's like 350 pounds now, man. He's literally a bag, or he's literally what's called a futon now. He's not even a human anymore. It's like Umar Akmal futon.
He's an inflatable doll.
Yeah, straight up. You take a knife, you scratch him, and all those little small little like cotton bubbles would like pour out.
But the point is, boys. The point here is there's a very nice saying, even with Pakistan, what's happening right now. जैसी कौम वैसे हुक्मरान. ठीक है. अब यही point जो हमने discuss किए ना 2 दिन. ठीक है. अब ये जो मैं तुझे उसकी वो इमाद वसीम की कर रहा था. ठीक है. अब इसकी कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर चला जा. ठीक है. There's people that have the opinion. अब यार वो पीसीबी प्लेयर हो गया, वो अपने आप को जाके प्रूव करे, इसके अंदर जाके वो खेले और अपने आप को प्रूव करे. Like what you make it there one time and you don't perform, we're gonna keep चलो बस
आपका एक बार नाम आ गया, you don't need to go play domestic no more. आपने एक बार पाकिस्तान खेल लिया, you're good to go.
And even shit like like this Inzamam retiring or resigning, sorry.
Yeah, like they didn't know he was related before.
Bro, मेरी बात सुनो. Even he could say, look guys, while the team is playing, let's not have any politics. When they come back, we will have an independent inquiry team sit down and take a look at this. Call it a day. But no, we want to drag it on. Anyways, we can make 10 episodes on just Pakistan alone.